Shalom to all the Jews and Gentiles alike, sending a strong shalom to the children of light. Namaste to all. You already know what the deal is. We gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, our power, to Yahuwah Sabaoth, Anu Kased, Wakanda, Hawa, the Great Spirit, the All Parents. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother, and acknowledgement to our elder brother, Yahushua HaMashiach, 𝐁𝐸𝐴 Matzah the Lamb, Yesiah the Messiah, Yahusha the Lion from the tribe of Yehuda, the one the world calls Jesus Christ. So today we talking about the Merkabah once again. And actually there had been an event that happened in Canada a few days ago. So this is very, very recent. And I must tell you, this was absolutely insane. But there were these pilots, they have seen these lights in the sky. And I'm telling you, it is lining up with the Keys of Enoch to the T. So make sure you stick around because it's about to get crazy. And this really is a wake-up call, really. Okay, the Shekinah hit me and was like, this is your confirmation. I was watching the video and they had said something and I was like, wait a second, what? Then the Shekinah, the Holy Spirit hit me, was like, yo, go to the keys right now. Went to the page and I was like, yo, like this is it right here. This is it right here. So let's talk more about the Merkabah, these lights that we see in the sky. All right. And we're going to go to the 7th light picture, Superscript. Thou shalt be the witness. All right. And we about to go to verse 549, where it says, our Merkabah Transference. As we continue to move onwards to greater states of awareness, we experience riding through the rotating fields of the circuits of reality in the Merkabah vehicle. The Merkabah uses a uniform part of a pattern of wave propagation, while also accommodating multi-dimensions, like a shuttle working through energy gates of field compatibility. 552. The Merkabah vehicle links together the scalar components as dimensional layers, creating a vector component or space-time movement, often linking realities that are not linked at all, where large numbers of people en masse can be transferred to any place in the omniverse using vortex pathways of energy. The Merkabah thus creates its own vortex, which allows for major transitions around our space-time curvature, as it uses asymmetrical self-regaging that comes from the light worlds to open the closed fabrics or portals. It follows that any legitimate function that yields vortex energy from light worlds can provide excess energy or over unity to manage and move any living or non-living reality in this dimension to another time, space, or dimensional zone. Unlike the notion of stargates, which need to be positioned at certain points, or for hyperspace travel, which is limited to certain dimensions, the Merkabah hyperspatial transport is not limited to any one reality. 558. Ultimately, the divine Merkabah vehicle does not travel as we know it, but allows for direct teleportation into reality zones beyond our current spacetime and into associate multidimensional multiverses, even into the Father universe. The Merkabah is principally a consciousness energy vehicle that can take many souls to various universes using the power of consciousness thought. But it can also be a personal vehicle where you create your own energy force of light. Now, I don't know if y'all saw Black Panther, and if y'all remember in Black Panther when T'Challa was in the ship with that one sister, and that sister was controlling the ship with her mind, right? We just read that it can take many souls to various universes using the power of consciousness thought. So the Merkabah is powered by your thoughts. In the East, it is the jeweled vehicle of ascension through which advanced knowledge and paraphysical powers, along with the sacred names, create the ascension field. 563. The Merkabah is also the central vehicle used by the Ophanim in accordance with the interdimensional vortex thresholds, such as the programming center in Orion, which creates the energy flow that sustains higher information to be processed in this reality. Specifically, the Merkabah as a consciousness vehicle connected with the Ophanim is sometimes present in various realms to create continuous feed of information to various planetary systems who need a direct information flow and assistance. Now let's get a definition for Ophanim for those that don't know. We're about to go into the keys here. Ophanim, the higher angelic minds of light who serve the Father and Son universes by governing the heavens through wheel within wheels and by transforming spiritual form into categories of multi-dimensional biological creation. So there's a whole angelic hierarchy over in the celestial realm. So we have the Ophanim, there's the Seraphim, the Malachim, the Ishim, the Eralim, the Elim, the Hakmalim. There's a whole bunch of them. All right, so back to the superscript. 565. Under certain conditions connected with the Merkabah, an electron reversal into photonic energy can take place, and if it is sustained, can lead to time reversal, that is traveling back in time or forwards in time by bridging the energy flow from one reality or dimension to another without loss of the continuum. Thus, the Merkabah with the vortex creates a linkage system that allows energy from other realities to flow into and out of this system of things. It also has the ability to redefine, rebuild, and restore the physical system using dimensional density modifications with a tripolar energy flow so that realities do not mutate or dissipate. This allows the human body to be preserved and bioenergetically rebalanced during time dilation sequences required in moving from one fractional space or frame of time to another dimensional set of space-time realities. Whew, man, this is some big information right here, right? And see, now you see where they get all this information from for these movies, right? They put it in these movies and try to make it seem like it's fiction, it's fate, but nah, they getting it from these scriptures. Let's go to 570. The important difference between the Merkabah appearance and ET phenomena is that the Merkabah does not require a metallic spacecraft or physical technology. Let's start from the top again. The important difference between the Merkabah appearance and ET phenomena is that the Merkabah does not require a metallic spacecraft or physical technology, as it works with the higher vibrations of the divine mind. So the righteous angels, they have their own Merkabah, and the fallen also have their own Merkabah vehicles. Let's just get a precept in the 6th light picture superscript, just to piggyback off of what we just read here. Let's go to 553. All physical vehicles, however, are subordinate to the operation of the Merkabah. In short, the Merkabah should not be confused with UFOs, nor with heavy metal vehicles, some of which may bring negative thought form energy intended to affect the human mind. These are those vehicle intelligences that do not recognize the supreme God of gods. Now let's go to the Keys of Enoch, key 205, and we're going to start from the top. The key tells us that Earthman will be able to see and understand the appearance and morphology of higher spiritual intelligences who come from higher dimensions and are called whole light beings. They're not to be confused with non-human space intelligence from other physical worlds. Verse 2. These cosmological orders of higher intelligence will explain the beginnings of life on Earth and the development of intelligence and technical civilizations among distant galactic communities. These intelligences can assume any physical form necessary to operate in any given time-space sequence. In our consciousness time zone, they can appear in space vehicles, creating pyramidal patterns of light in the sky. The onlooker will often see one of those expressions as 3 space vehicles or 3 lights flying in triangular formation. So there was something that happened in Canada, and these pilots had said that they saw these lights in triangular formation. I'm not making this up. This is recent. Okay, they posted this almost about a week ago. So as you can see, the Keys of Enoch is just flying off the page right now. All right, and they even had posted a video, and we about to watch it, and they're gonna say multiple times that they seeing these lights in the sky in triangular formation. They going in and out, moving up, down, left. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's go ahead and watch this.
Lots of active bright lights, information, 3, and they look like they're at like 500 or something, just trying to figure it out.
Okay, yeah, no, I haven't heard anything. I'll check ahead with the next sector. That could be.
Alrighty then. Thanks for checking.
And you said around 50,000 feet, roughly. Is that correct?
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, it's hard to say, but yeah, it keeps being like 3 to 4 really bright lights, and they kind of were in like a triangle formation, and then it looks like the little dipper for a bit, and then they disappear, and then they come back.
Okay. Okay, thanks for that. I'll just make a note, but yeah, I can't think of what that might be.
Okay.
1 Golf Victor from center.
Go ahead, Golf Victor.
1 Golf Victor, this is a strange question, but are you seeing any flashing lights ahead at high altitude? We just got a report from another aircraft.
We don't see anything yet.
Okay, thank you. They reported them as north of Yankee Whiskey Golf, which is the city off your 11 o'clock position for about 90 miles. So I guess just let me know if you see anything.
Copy that. So if we see anything, I will let you know.
Thank you.
Winnipeg, Merkabah 786.
Yeah, 786, go ahead.
Aircraft 12 o'clock, same altitude. Is that one ours?
It's a flare flight.
Sorry, somebody going flight 600? Yeah, check Canada 786. Do you see these lights at 12 o'clock? See something flashing lights around 11:30, flight 600. Yeah, forming triangles, then flying away and coming back. Big bright light that's coming towards us, slightly above us, flight 600. More that's 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, sir, 600. Take Merkabah 7086. Do you have any traffic out there?
No, I had one other report 10 minutes ago from a Morningstar flight east of Regina. Reported the same thing. Her best guess was around somewhere around flight level 500, and thought it might be somewhere north of Winnipeg. So yeah, do you have a guess as to what you might think the altitude is?
Hard to tell, just because the evening, I'd say she's probably pretty accurate, but they keep forming up in a triangle, and then it's pretty odd.
Okay, yeah, no, that's the second report then, and yeah, there's no active airspace, military airspace, anything like that we're aware of. I honestly have no idea what that might be.
Oh, good.
Morningstar 7060 from Center.
Morningstar 7066.
Are you still seeing the lights that you reported earlier? We're getting some reports in Saskatchewan behind you now as well. Morningstar 7060, Center?
Yeah, Morningstar 7062. We haven't seen them, like, for the last 5 minutes so far.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
591, Center?
591, go ahead.
Roger 591, this is going to sound like a strange question, but we've had a few reports now of some sort of flashing lights somewhere over the prairie, perhaps in a triangle shape. Are you by any chance seeing anything like that?
Wow, that does sound interesting. I haven't seen it. I hope I do. So it's at ground level or in the air?
I think it's at quite an altitude. One pilot guessed maybe as high as 500, but others closer to Regina are saying they're unable to even give an estimate of where exactly it is.
Wow. Okay, well, we'll definitely be keeping an eye out, and we'll let you know.
Knowing that other people have seen it as well.
I thought you might. Yeah, there's a couple of reports, actually. 2 aircraft west of Regina are reporting it, but they said they're having a hard time guessing even where it's coming from.
Yeah, it is really quite bizarre.
And Winnipeg to Canada 328. We saw them before. I think it's just satellite with reflection from the sun. It matches the heading of the position of the sun if we look on different maps.
Oh, a scientific explanation. Okay, good. Thank you.
That's a wild guess, though. It really looks quite spectacular and weird first glance.
Okay, and you saw them back when you were in the Saskatchewan, Manitoba area as well?
Yeah. We saw them start being Winnipeg and for the past, I guess, hour or so. And it seems to move up as we move towards the east as well, so it might just be a reflection of sun and sunlight. That's my guess.
Okay, thank you. Morningstar 7062, did you catch that?
I did, thank you.
Air Canada 7086, change to my frequency 1329er.
On my way.
D6, Roger. I had a company aircraft over Thunder Bay suggest he thinks it possibly could be satellites, and just based on the angle of the sun, it could be sunlight refracting off those satellites and just causing that.
I mean, I'm certainly no expert, but they're moving side to side and they're going away from each other and forming triangles, so it doesn't really seem like they're in any type of orbit. But, I mean, I'm no expert. Caterpillar 600, level 270.
Star 600, Winnipeg Center, good morning. And are you still seeing those lights that you were reporting earlier?
Yeah, it's quite bizarre. There's around 6 of them just randomly doing some formation flight at high altitude at 12 o'clock, flight 600.
Okay, thanks.
Winnipeg Center from Flare 600.
Go ahead.
Just curious, when it comes to those lights that you had multiple aircraft reporting, what reports do you guys have to file for that?
Usually we just tell the shift manager and then they follow up with whatever reporting they do.
Okay, so you're not reporting a UFO then?
Report exactly what the pilot said to the shift manager, and then they'll file it as they do.
Roger. Okay, thanks.
Definitely not satellites.
UPS 104, I just got here for the morning, so I'm just finding out about all the reports, but I guess they've been all the way across the prairies this morning, or overnight.
So UPS Flare 600 is tracking eastbound approximately 09 or 5, have been for the last hour. And at our 11:30 position, we've been staring at these things for well over an hour. And they're high up in the sky, I'd say 100,000 feet plus.
UPS 104, that aircraft that's giving you the report is off your 9 o'clock position, about 125 miles going eastbound. And Morningstar 7062, I missed your comment there. What were you saying about the lights?
Definitely not satellite.
Okay, thanks very much. I'm just talking to the controllers that I'm taking over from, and I guess we'll file it's called a service report.
Okay, yeah, it's like unlike anything I've ever seen in like the 15 years of night flying that I've done.
Okay, thanks very much.
Okay, good morning, UPS 64, flight level 360.
UPS 64 Heavy, Winnipeg Center. Good morning.
Are we close to these lights we're talking about?
The aircraft that's seeing them there with the report is off your 10 o'clock, about 80 miles, and they're going eastbound, and they've been tracking them for quite a while.
All right, thanks. Been any activity for the last 10 minutes from our perspective? Go ahead.
The shift manager just came in, and they've brought over the report that I'm going to fill out. So if you don't mind, I'm going to go through the questions with you, just because I wasn't here for the bulk of the reporting.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, first question is just a brief description of the sighting, number, size, shape, etc.
Multiple single points of light will be the way we would describe this. Sometimes there were 3, sometimes there were 6, sometimes there's just some individual lights just flying at a random intervals. There's no specific numbers, so to speak,
Okay, and the position of the sighted object or activity, I guess the first time you noticed it.
We're flying at flight level 370, we're flying eastbound on track 095 to 107-ish. And for the most part, it was at our 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock site, and it looked pretty high up in the altitude. We're getting anywhere between 70,000 feet all the way to 100.
Okay, that answers the next question about estimated altitude and direction of movement of the objects.
Random all over the place. At times I saw three lights in a triangle formation, just flying in a random movement, up and down, left, right, all over the place.
Okay, the next one is speed. Was it moving fast or slow, or?
From what we could tell, they're moving at a very fast speed in all directions, very, very high speed.
And the last one is any observed identification or other significant information.
No, I think that's all that we got. I wish we could give more information, but yeah, that's all. Everything that we described right now is what we witnessed, 3600.
Okay, no, that's great. I will fill out the form, and I think there were some reports from the controllers that were working overnight there, so that combined with this report, we'll give that to the shift manager, and then they'll send that off to North Bay.
Awesome, thanks a lot, 600.
Thank you.
And Winnipeg from Cargo Jet 937.
Yeah, go ahead.
Going to add to that, I haven't seen them tonight, but we've been seeing those lights for probably the last 18 months or so, just for your information if you wanted to add that.
Okay, I will add that. And any specific area? Was it across the prairies, or?
Yeah, over the prairies, just like Flair said, always eastbound and a little north of track, kind of at the 11 o'clock position. It's kind of been in that area for quite a while.
Okay, thanks very much.
Well, that's interesting. I've had it, but only ever going westbound with 3 or 4 like that over the last month or so. This is WestJet 520.
Interesting.
I've never seen them eastbound, only westbound. And yeah, same thing too. Movement all over. Sometimes they make a triangle, sometimes they make a diamond, square. They're bright, and they disappear all over. sure be nice to get answers on that for sure.
Like formation, lights real bright, left and right really high. Intermittently, and then they split to different directions, and then come back. Alien.
Where are the lights located?
Definitely alien. We're north of Birmingham, facing west. We see multiple lights.
Could it be the Starlink?
Negative, I don't think so. Starlink doesn't flash.
Oh wow, yeah, I see it too.
What are we looking at?
It's about a 300 heading off of Little Rock.
You got a DME?
Probably 3914 just started to pick up occasional like shot 360.
Three of them in a triangle formation.
Well, there it is. There it is. The Keys of Enoch is just flying off the page right now. Let's get some more precepts. Let's go to key 301, verse 52. To discern energy fields of the vehicle during space maneuvers typically can appear as a pulsating pyramid, a pentagon, or a Star of David. In addition, the higher evolution, the higher intelligence, has flight patterns which go through multiple tracings of light through complicated triangular coordinates. They do this to key into certain time periods of the species' growth and development. They generally appear in the lower heavens, which is down here, as three vehicles in triangular formation. Man, however, the Merkabah vehicles actually work with high frequency vehicle counterparts existing in a companion energy stream so that they balance each other when entering and leaving the electromagnetic and gravitational density of the planets. Now let's go back to verse 2. This extension throughout the various dimensional realms of intelligences is done by Merkabah. Merkabah was used by the people of Israel to describe the visitations of the hosts of Yahuwah to earth, exemplified in Ezekiel's experience of the wheel within the wheel. So when you read the book of Ezekiel, it's talking about the Merkabah, when they came and they took Elijah and he got out of here. He clocked out. Merkabah appears in a multiplicity of forms. It can be seen as a pure energy envelope of light associated with the work of a master, as well as a manifestation of extraterrestrial technology of light, for which reason it is called a vehicle of vehicles. Merkabah is a vehicle which can take on any membrane or color appearance to correspond with you and guide you into other experiences of creation. I don't know if you're all paying attention earlier, but one of the pilots has said that they've been seeing these lights for 18 months. All right. So it's telling you the time frame that we in right now. All right. The higher intelligence, they here for their Adamic seed. They here for the children of light. And I also had read a comment, it was on some other video. They were saying how, oh, well, I'm in Africa and I don't really be seeing these lights. I've been really hearing about it in America. Right, because it's happening a lot in the Americas. Why, you may ask? Because the Americas is the land of the dove. Let's go to key 105, verse 47. The harmonics of light will reveal the ancient lands of the Nephites in the Americas. Right, so if you read the Book of Mormon, the stick of Ephraim, you know about Nephi and the Nephites, because the Israelites were already here in the Americas. These will show the overlap where the Brotherhood will land in America to gather the righteous seed. Let's go down to verse 49. Into all of these areas around the world, technologies of light will come from the Galactic Command in Orion, with instructions to help the Adamic race bring peace to the earth. People who are to be brought into these areas will be transfigured to go on with the galactic seed already in the image of the Lamb, given in the galactic key of the Pleiades, and their seed in the physical flesh will then be like the stars of heaven. They will take the exodus to other star systems in order to begin a new Genesis in the next ordering of creation. Why does there need to be an exodus? Because of all of the geophysical upheavals right now. The mainstream media calls it climate change, right? But it's not climate change. All right, we talked about this before. This is the space-time overlap and the electromagnetic null zone that we're about to enter right now. All right. This is why back in Iceland, there was a volcano that erupted, and it was insane. It was crazy, right? Also, why the ice caps in Antarctica is melting right now. This whole earth is about to go through a shift. Let's go to key 114, verse 3. A time will soon come when man must enter a new galactic shell of the larger graviton spectrum. This happens when a solar civilization undergoes severe magnetic and gravitational changes upon entering an electromagnetic null zone in its immediate universe. Enoch told me that at this time, the higher evolution will communicate knowledge to man to prepare him for an exodus as his planet begins to experience geophysical upheavals and the release of neutral matter from the core of the sun. These changes will also be timed with the release of neutral matter within the core of the earth, which has been the cause of cataclysms and catastrophic upheavals during previous geophysical cycles. To prevent complete destruction of the physical creation, the higher evolution, mutually cooperating with spiritual man, will reprogram man to go beyond his terrestrial cubic function, measured in terms of orbital spin and what he feels to be a gravity constant, right? It's not a coincidence that we had just did a study on gravity. So this whole earth is about to go through another pole shift, and it's not going to be pretty. It is not going to be pretty. All right. Just like how we read in Matthew 24, where Jesus, 𝐻𝐻𝐸 talking about the birth pains. All right. So we living in some crazy and exciting times right now. If this ain't a wake up call, then I don't know. I don't know what is, you know? So children of light, pack your bags, man. Pack your bags. Because the brotherhood is here. The sisterhood is here. The family is here. Gentiles, cleave to the children of light. Because this society is over with. Okay, it's done. People want this world to keep going, and they think it's going to keep going, and it's not. It's time to let go of this world and the things that it has to offer you. But that's going to be it for this video, for this lesson. Hopefully you got something out of it. You were edified. You ate good. You got something out of the pantry closet. Had something to munch on. And I say shalom and stay strong.